I'm going to take this traditional style worksheet and I'm going to create a new worksheet that's more contemporary using the same information that you see here. So if I zoom in, you can kind of get a better view of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my drive and click on New Google Slides. And the first thing I want to do is give it a title. Um, it's called Reading Comprehension. So I'm going to call it Reading Comprehension After, because it's basically a before and after type worksheet. And then I'm going to change my slide layout to a blank layout. Now, to go from this worksheet, which is the same size as a piece of paper, I need to change the size of my template here. So I'm going to click on File, Page Setup, and go from widescreen to a custom size of 8.5 inches by 11 inches, which is the size of a piece of paper. So now that I've got it the correct size, I want to build my first layer. And my first layer is going to be the border. So I'm going to click on Insert Image from my drive. And I've already saved all my images in this drive. So I'm just going to take the border and drag it over and close out my drive. And if I look at it, it's there's too much white space around the margins. So I'm going to resize it to a size that I like and use my red guidelines to kind of judge my distances here. So I still like a good border that's kind of close to the edge of the page. So I'm going to resize it just a little bit this way and use those red guidelines to line it up evenly. So this is my first layer. It's the actual border to the page. Then I'm going to add my next layer, which is going to be the title. And the title of this is Reading Comprehension 1. So I'm going to select it here and Control C to copy it. Come back to my new slide, insert a text box right here, and Control V to paste. Then I'm definitely going to change my font. And I think I'm going to use Luckiest Guy. And let's try size 30. I'm going to go ahead and change my alignment to a center align. And let's see here. Okay, there's my second layer. It's the title of the page. Next, I think I'm going to add name and date. I like that to go above my directions. So Control C to copy. Come back over to my new document, add a text box. Control V, paste. And let's use a different font. Let me try Happy Monkey font. And let me make this Happy Monkey. Now that I have the page border, I'm going to go ahead and view at 100%. This way I can see it better. I do not like the handwritten font lines. You don't get a solid line. So I'm going to select just the line and change it to a traditional font. And let's see. I don't even know if Arial's better. Let's try. Nope. Let's try this. There we go. And that's a straight line. So select this line and change it to Calibri. And that definitely changed the sizing, which is better. And I'll make it just a little bit bigger here. Okay. I'm going to just make this bigger. All right. So back to the traditional worksheet, I've got reading comprehension. I've got the name. I'm going to add the directions next. So I'll select these, Control C to copy, come over to my other page, and I'm going to insert another text box right here. Control V to paste it. And then I'll select these, and I'm going to stick with my same handwritten font of Happy Monkey. Resize my box some, and I'll probably move it a little bit closer right there. Oops. Okay. There. All right. So for right now, I'll leave it right there. Then I can always move my text boxes and make the spacing better once I get everything on the page. Next, I've got this reading passage. So I'm going to select the entire passage, Control C to copy it. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to insert another text box. So right now I'm looking at the border layer is layer 1, the title is layer 2, the name and dates layer 3, the directions layer 4, and then the passage is layer 5. So let's work with this text box some. I'm going to choose that handwritten font, Happy Monkey, and I might try a larger font size to see how that works, and change some of the spacing. Okay, so this is what I have for my text box. Use that red guideline to center it. And I've got a border. I have a display font and handwritten font. And now I want to frame up this passage so to kind of make it into one chunk. So I'm going to create a frame. I'm going to go to the shape tool and select the rectangle, and I'm going to frame this information. Now, the frame is another layer, and this layer went on top of the text box, and I'm going to change that in just a little bit. But right now, I'm going to make the fill color transparent, and then I'm going to change the look of the actual box or the frame itself. And I'm going to do that by coming over here, and I'm going to select a dash border, and I want the bigger dashes, and I want the weight of the border to be 2 points. Okay, and I'm pretty happy with the way that looks. So now I'm going to go down to the next part of my worksheet, and those are the questions. Let's copy my questions. Control C to copy. Come back to my new slide. Insert a new text box. And Control V to paste. And it's definitely not the size I wanted, but we will resize. And I'll start with this. Then I'm going to go here and I'm going to change my font to a handwritten font. I'll stick with Happy Monkey. And I'm going to pause right here